Yo, this is Jay for Straight Smoke Gaming. We got big news here. Russell Wilson just got traded from the Seattle Seahawks to the Denver Broncos. You know, the Broncos, they've been wanting a guy. They want a quarterback. There was talks about Rodgers going there, but Rodgers just signed a 4-year deal with the Packers. So they probably felt like they needed to go out and get a quarterback because they were hyping up all this. We're getting Rodgers and all that. But they did go out. They did go get a quarterback, and it's Russell Wilson. Still a very solid option. So here, this is the team's overalls and stuff. Before Russell Wilson, you know, they didn't score many points. They're about average offensive stat-wise, and they're pretty good defensively. They were bottom of their division with a 7-10 record, it looks like, and they had overall team as a 78 and only a 79 offense. Yeah, I mean, they've been saying they want a quarterback. They've been saying they're a quarterback away, and they went out and got one, and they paid for it too. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to trade Russ to the team. We're going to take a look at what the overall switch to offensively, and then we're going to go ahead and sim a season, and we're going to see what the stats are like, how the Broncos do, and where they rank in the offensive statistics and defensive statistics. Yeah, I mean, this just happened. It's very recent. By the time you're seeing this, probably be a bunch of other videos out about it. But here we go. Let's go ahead and see what the trade was. And Ian Rappaport reports that the Broncos received Russell Wilson and a 4th rounder and then the Seahawks get 2 firsts, 2 seconds, a 5th, Drew Lock, Shelby Harris, and Noah Fant. So they gave up one of their offensive pieces, one of their defensive pieces, and a guy that they're not really sure about offensively. They gave up a lot of picks. It's going to be up to the Seahawks to find something with those picks to see what goes on and see if it works out. But, yeah, I mean, I see why they traded for Drew Lock. I mean, you still want a quarterback in case he does pan out. Drew Lock is still young, and he has shown improvement. So I'll give him that. At least they were smart and went out and got him. So now this is the team. This is like what it looks like, the roster, with Russell Wilson and minusing Shelby Harris, Drew Lock, Noah Fant. Yeah, if you're wondering why there's any weird names in there, like under the running backs and under the wide receivers, we went ahead and we simmed the draft. So those are this year's recruits. Actual, like, I imported the class. So, but this is how it goes. This is what they got. They did take a little bit of hit at tight end, but I did like how they didn't mess with their wide receiving core or running backs. I think they're good there. And I was going to take a look at the defense. Defense, they look pretty good passing-wise. They really do. Maybe a little bit weak at the strong safety, but I'm thinking those other positions will make up for it. So now we're going to go ahead and sim. We're halfway through the year. Broncos, they're about 500, 3-4 record. Looks like they're tied for bottom in their division. Pretty slow start, as I'm sure to what the Broncos fans that are watching this were hoping for. Maybe Russ got hurt. I don't know. We'll go ahead and take a look here, see what the reasoning is. Let's take a look at his stats. And as you can see there, the other quarterback doesn't have any stats, so that couldn't be it. But Russ has 1,700 yards, 9 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Really bad ratio there, touchdown interception. But rushing, he has 1 touchdown, a little under 100 yards. That really isn't surprising because, you know, Russell Wilson, he's not Lamar. He doesn't just run. He runs if he has to, and that's what I like about him. Now, here we also got the end of the year. I ended up simming the rest of the way through. The Broncos didn't really do anything. They scored more points than last year on average, and they were still about mid in the offensive statistics. But defensively, they were one of the worst teams. Pretty average pass-wise. Looks like they struggled against the run. They were the worst, and they allowed the second most points in the league. So that's rough. And, yeah, it looks like they still finished last in their division. 8-9, that's not good. I mean, I'm sure that's a pretty big letdown for all the Broncos fans that were here, hoping that they'd come out with a Super Bowl or make the playoffs or something. It's a pretty big letdown. But let's go ahead and take a look at Russ's stats. Maybe it was Russ who... Maybe he struggled. Maybe that's why you guys didn't make playoffs. Maybe it was all on defense. We're going to take a look here. 4,200 yards, 27 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, 65 completion percentage. I mean, I'm going to have to put most of the blame on that. Most of the blame on Russ. I mean, Look at it. 14 interceptions and only 27 touchdowns. Maybe if you throw 40 touchdowns, you can justify 14 interceptions, but you can't do that with only 27. So I'm going to have to put most of the blame on Russ here. And it's not his fault. I mean, it is his first year in an offense. If you look at Tom Brady, his first year with the Bucs, compared to his second year, it was a bigger jump. I mean, he's learning a whole new offense. So that might have been part of the reason here. Rushing-wise, you can see they really didn't have any big rushes. Like, they didn't have a guy over 1,000 yards. So that's a little rough there. So that's about all we got here in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's going to be really interesting to see what Russell Wilson does here. Like I said, there's been a lot of news going on here in the past, couple hours, I'd say. Mike Williams signed a contract. Aaron Rodgers signed a contract. So, I mean, a lot of news coming out right now, especially also with Calvin Ridley. Go ahead and comment down below what you guys think about this trade. Comment who you guys think won it. Like always, if you enjoy, please remember to like and sub as we cover Madden, GTA, and Red Dead. And yeah, guys, we'll see you in the next video.